Okay, class change and new features debut in Diablo Immortal. We got the art here. Let's get going. Hello, adventurers. Since our last encounter, many of you have come face to face with the icy death against Veda. Acquired blessings from the Hungry Moon and kept Sanctuary dingy and safe as a result of your valor. A few weeks ago, we provided you the first batch of post-launch content for Diablo Immortal. We're excited to unveil the class change mechanic, 2 in-game events, and our deadliest helliquary boss yet, and more. Wait, a third boss, or is that the same boss? And more of the items we mentioned go live on July 20th at 3 a.m. server time. Specific dates for content going live for are provided below. Let's dive right in. Okay. So what we have here on the Codex, we have class change, we have Hero's Journey, we have the Adventurer's Path limited time event, new Helliquary boss. Okay, so we do have a new boss, the third one. Hungry Moon limited time event, Amber Blades Cosmetic, and then the feature. Well, the Hungry Moon was something that was already in the game. So let's see here. So here we have the class change. Masters of Light. Okay, so you have your class, you click on it, you click on the next one, got it. In Diablo, your journey begins with an important choice, which class you'll play as. To alleviate some of the pressure associated with this choice, and to equip players with increased flexibility, we're adding a new class change mechanic to Diablo Immortal. After being up and close and personal as Barbarian, perhaps you're ready to sheath your swords and manipulate our carrying forces as a wizard, blah, 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 blah. Class change presents an opportunity for a fresh start, experience a new class, blah, blah, blah. Let's see how the mechanics actually work. Below are a few surrounding the class change mechanic, a few rules. Okay, class change becomes available for a character beginning level 35. That's earlier than I would have thought. You may change your class once every 7 days. Wow, really? And at no cost. Really? There's a one-time option to immediately revert to your previous class, skipping the 7-day waiting period. There are no current plans to allow players to purchase the ability to change class more frequently. So, okay, so this is actually a 100% free mechanic. So this is not paid. This is a free service, and you can change your class every 7 days. That's actually better than I would have thought. When you change to each class for the first time, you can set the appearance of your character and receive a full reset of your Paragon tree. So it's sort of tied with the Paragon reset weekly. Okay, you can redo your appearance. Well, that's actually awesome because they said before that they weren't going to be doing it where you can redo the appearance. So that's actually great. Upon changing each class for your first time, you'll be granted placeholder gear. This is what I've been saying. Placeholder gear will have an equivalent rank to the previously equipped gear of your last class. Okay, so you'll be carrying over your combat rating, basically. You're going to have some temporary combat rating coming over. We had a subscriber just joined right now. I'm going to turn off the alerts just temporarily while we go over this. Thank you so much for subscribing, however. Okay, let's keep going. All clan, warband, and other social group affiliations will carry over. So basically, it only changes your class. Some class-specific cosmetics and gear will not carry over when you change class. All gear equipped to your previous class will be available in your inventory. Any cosmetics owned for a class will be retained on that class and will be variable upon changing it back. So the people wondering, hey, I bought the cosmetics for the ice or for the blood or whatever, those are going to be back on the class that you purchased it for. But it looks like they're trying to make this class change thing something that you can do more frequently and not like a one-time thing since it's 7 days. Let's look at the hero journey here. This seems to be a new portion of the Codex, which is going to be under achievements here. Kitty, you keep knocking the microphone a lot. What are you doing here? Okay, so we have new rewards. It looks like legendary crest, some stuff like some avatar type of stuff. You complete chapter rewards. Kitty, what are you doing? Sorry, my cat is really attacking stuff. It looks, oh, I clicked on this here. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So we have Hero's Journey. There's rewards. Looks like platinum, legendary crest. These are both things I like to see. Some keys. Okay. So master all your grand tenacity for the journey ahead with the both untold glory and righteous rewards. Hero's Journey is a new in-game experience that longs for adventurers during the frozen tundra portion of the main quest. So right around level 50-ish, that's what's going to be showing up here. Did you already explain placeholder gear? Placeholder gear will be at the combat rating of the gear you previously had. Consisting of 4 chapters with 2 or more planned for the future. Her Hero's Journey will send you the complete metal testing objectives that scales in your difficulties to rise Paragon level. So basically more things to do, more objectives to do, more quests. I like this. We to be honest, we probably needed this. If you can prove you're up to the task, a bounty of rewards is here to greet you upon completing each chapter. These range from a sum of gold or platinum to Sparing Keys, legendary crest, and even the glorious journey portrait frame. So you get a frame at the end, sort of a reward, something similar to World of Warcraft where you go through complete some achievements. I actually like that. I like that a good amount, to be honest. Okay. So let's continue here. The Adventurer's Path limited time event. So the previous Hungry Moon event kind of fell a little flat. Let's see what this Adventurer's one is. In Sanctuary, few are capable enough to stand against the darkness and wager their life for the defenseless. But you adventurers have consigned your days to thinning out the ranks of the burning hells, ushering in safety where all hope was once lost. The downtrodden look upon you, and to continue serving them, you must walk the Adventurer's Path. Okay, so from July 20th, to August 3rd, as you complete the Adventurer's Task Pass, you unlock gold, enchanted dust, scraps, racking up enough will complete rewards for you. So 10 keys, you get 20 tasks, give you 1 legendary crest. Okay, so this is somewhat similar to what we had before, basically. Like, this is kind of like the Hungry Movie. You basically do things you're already doing, and you're going to get some rewards. Which is fine, because in my personal opinion, the only problem with the Hungry Moon event is the fact that it's not going like all the time. You just want something that's kind of similar rewards running all the time. So as long as there's always one of these going, I don't think it's such a big deal. If we have to wait months between things and it's just like a few rewards, it is a big deal. But this being on right in the back to the other one's perfectly fine. New Helliquary boss, Gorgothra the Claimer. Yo, Jay Kowalski with the Prime. Thank you for that, Prime. Appreciate you. Let's see here. So we have a new boss, the Claimer. Look at him. He looks kind of interesting. He kind of looks like a clown. Ryok has located another one, but he's going to go to help a few hardened adventurers to quell this gargantuan. So he's the third of the Wraithborn demons. And they just kind of have some lore type of stuff. It looks like he comes out August the 2nd. So we have a new Helliquary boss that we can expect coming out August the 2nd. Now, here we go. Hungry Moon limited time event. We've already done this, so I'm kind of curious what they have to say about it. The moon is back for seconds, and it demands more blood, perhaps even yours. Gaze upon the moon and bask in. Okay, so they're actually listening to what we said, which is that just have this run, like, basically all of the time. You want this to constantly be going. So this one, the Hungry Moon's coming back, which is good. And then the Adventurer's Path is being added too. So we're basically just getting new ways to get legendary crest. But so that's 1 legendary crest from the Adventurer's Path, a legendary crest from the Hungry Moon, and then we can get a legendary crest from, it looks like, this hero's journey as well. So it looks like we're getting new ways to get legendary crest here. Trade for blessings. After acquiring 7 blessings, you have cured enough goodwill for the enchanted. So it's the same thing we've already had. But we're getting another of them, which I think, personally, it is actually smart, because I think this was bad received, and I think one of the ways to make this better received is literally just run it again. Like, the problem wasn't, like I said in my videos, the problem with this wasn't the way the formula was. It was the amount of rewards they allowed. There was you could only get like 1 legendary crest and you can repeat it. Just repeating the event over and over is good. Like, if they just keep repeating these are just free rewards for shit we were literally already doing. So literally some of the missions are just kill monsters. Like, it's free. So I like that. Amber Blade's cosmetic set. That looks terrible. But maybe some people like it. I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. Amber Blades are one of the foremost desert gangs. Okay, so you're seeing kind of, that's why I don't like it. I don't really like these like gladiator desert looks. Never really been my style, like the ancient style. But some people might like it. Let's see here. So it's the Sand Scorpions look. It's a new cosmetic, basically. I'm not going to read all this. It's just a new cosmetic that's purchasable in the shop. If you want, go look at it. If you want, you can get it. Not a big deal. I think that looks terrible, though, if you ask me. Okay, feature updates. Warband Raid. Let's see here. Completing a weekly warband now allow you to purchase legendary crest for 600 platinum from the crest. Wow, that's a great update. Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. Nicely done. You can purchase, so 600 platinum, you can get a legendary crest. That is a great change. Fading Ember. Fading Ember cap is increased from 200 to 800. You now trade 22 earns for an eternal legendary crest. Yeah, no fucking way. Let's go, Blizzard. Let's go. You can craft a legendary Jeep once per week if you max out your Fading Ember. So now Fading Embers have been created from 280 to from 200 to 280. I thought that was 800 for some reason. 200 to 280. So now you can do 1 a week, but at least you can do eternal legendary. Okay, so it's not as good as I was thinking. I thought I went to 800. Dyslexia read that wrong. But still, 200 to 280. So we get a buff of about, 40% there. And then that's going to give us 22 FA runes, because before you could get once every 10 days. This is something that I was hounding them on. I kept hitting in videos. I had in all my DM feedback. I was like, you absolutely have got to increase the cap of Fading Embers, a minimum of once a week, and this needs to be tradable. So the fact that they added that, fuck yes. Good. Okay. It's still once a week, but still good fucking change in the right direction. Okay. Right direction with this one too. You know, this is an eternal legendary crest for 1600 platinum. That's a big change. It gives a reason to do a warband raid now. You get once of these a week. Okay, so that's 4 more. So that's 4 more legendary crests a month. And now this is once a week. It went from 3 legendary crests farmable a month to 4 legendary crests farmable a month. So we just gained 5 legendary crests there before we talk about the event. Okay. Let's keep going. New monster affixes. Okay, somebody said that gain Turtle Crest and the crafting randomary Trabo gems are the same thing. The random legendary gem that you crafted was not craftable before. Like the 22 FA runes that for the 5-star gem that you crafted would not be tradable. Just a heads up. So we get 4 of these a week here. Kitty, you're always knocking the microphone. So we get 4 of these now a month here, and we get, well, yeah, you're right. We get 8 because we get 4 of these a month. We get 4 of these a month, so that's 8. Yeah, we get 8 legendary crests a month before we talk about. Okay, we're starting to get into some numbers that are decent, to be honest. It's a warband raid, rough. Yeah, I mean it's a warband raid, but it's like you just have to beat one. So everyone just has to get into a party and beat the easiest one once a week. That's all you have to do. You just find some people, get into a party, beat once a week. You get legendary crest 1600 platinum. I like that. Okay, because once a week you can get 1600 platinum once a week by just doing your 300 platinum dailies. I think that's a good change, personally. New monster affixed Shell summons a defensive shield, preventing life loss until it's destroyed. And Siphon channels a draining beam at one target that slows and leeches life to heal for 5 seconds. That's going to be kind of annoying. Zwinsen's Haunting. Here we go. Change to Zwinsen's. Change the ability description to read: when you defeat an enemy, a dark beast attacks nearby enemies. Please remove the goddamn dark beast thing. Like, there is no dark beast. There is a purple line that comes down from the screen. Doesn't make any sense. It still doesn't make any sense. Bloodsoaked Jade, change the ability description, increases all damage you deal while at full life with a minimum bonus, while low life increases movement speed. Okay. Yeah, that's the damage you deal, so that's why it doesn't work with summons, etc. 36 new class legendary items. Okay, this round of legendary items is primarily aimed at building more opportunities for players to harness damage over time effects. We cannot wait to see how these affixes affect your build. Okay, let's see here. Barbarian. Ground Stomp now rips open the ground, dealing damage to enemies in front of you with a maximum amount of charges. Activating Wrath Berserker now immediately reduces movement speed of nearby enemies. Whirlwind now shreds armor. Oh, wow. Karma was going to love that one. Frenzy is fully stacked. Each attack deals X to all damage in front of you. Okay, so now you have like sort of an AoE there. Hammer Evasions now randomly drops hammers at the target area. Undying Range also increases movement. We're getting a lot more legendaries per class than I would have thought. Falling Sword can now cause flames from the heaven. Condemn immediately detonates all of its damage on the enemies it hits. Consecration now protects you and nearby party enemy. Wow, decreasing damage taken. Wow. A Sacred Chain no longer constrains enemies. Instead of forming chain of flames between enemies, Shield Glare now burns enemies. Judgment now conjures a continuous beam of light, which moves under your control. Oh, man. Okay, gain the Demon Hunter. Can't wait till we get to Necro here. Escape now launches X homing rockets in nearby enemies when activated. Okay. Vengeance now increases your critical strike chance because as you lose life every second. Multi-Shot now fires arrows in all directions and strike multiple enemies multiple times. Impel now causes enemies to bleed for X damage. Knife Trap now scatters multiple mines. Smoke Screen now hurls an acid bomb. Okay. Wow, we got a lot of updates. So let's look at the Monk. Imprisoned Fist now continually launches punches in a direction you can change while channeling. Using Imprisoned Fist now slowly consumes its energy. Exploding Palm now has a chance to be detonated by other attacks. That seems good. Sided Strike now repeatedly in the same direction. Okay, Wave Strike turns into... I'm not even going to try to say that word. What's it? Pneumatic? A pneumatic ball opposing and continually damages enemies. Flying Dragon damage increased by X for each enemy hit up to a maximum of Y. Cyclone Strike now produces a dust storm. Okay, here we go. Necromancer. Woo! Let's go, boys. This is what we're waiting for. Arc of Misery. Falling Sword now causes flames from heavens to burn. Wait, what the fuck are you talking about? Arc of Misery. Falling Sword now causes flames from the heavens. We don't have a move called Falling Sword. Okay, so that was a copy pasta from a Crusader. Let's see. Necromancer. Bone Armor now causes your summons to continuously damage nearby enemies but no longer protects them. Yes! Yes, Blizzard! Grim Scythe now increases all damage you deal for each enemy. Thank God, the Grim Scythe was sucked. Bone Armor now reduces all continuous damage you take by... Okay, we need another Bone Armor one. Corpse Lance now causes enemies to decay, dealing X damage overall. Yes, Corpse Lance needed something 100%. Skeletal Mage now consumes continuous raise at the enemy. What? What? We get a Death Star beam. Oh, shit, I can't wait to try that. Oh, I can't wait. Okay, Wizard. Arcane Torrent now launches missiles at random enemies around you. That might be interesting. Ray of Frost now creates an ice shield that each time it damages an enemy, absorbing X and Y, stacking up to 10 times. Scorch now hurls a ball of Magnum. Craven Magnum that burns and stuns enemies. Arcane Torment, damage increased. Ray of Frost now creates an illusion that channels a beam of frost in the same direction. Really? Arcane Wind now also applies reduction of movement speed. That could be interesting. Oh, man. This right here, this Skeletal Mage now shoots continuous rays at enemy. Oh, man, that sounds fucking sick, dude. That sounds sick. All in all, this patch is way more than I was expecting. We got 36 new class items. We got, these don't matter. These changes don't matter. We got changes to Fading Ember where you can now turn them into tradable, and it got buffed from 10 days to 7 days for an Eternal Legendary. You can now, a completely new way of getting an Eternal Legendary here. The cosmetics, whatever. I think that's not so great. Hungry Moon event, awesome. So they listened to the feedback on that. They're going to be pumping that out more. We got a new Helliquary boss. We got Adventurer's Path limited time, so we got another one for more Legendary Crest. Then we got this update for more things to actually do, which has Legendary Crest and Platinum in it. Then we got the class change feature, which is better than I thought because it's literally free and it's every 7 days. You know what? Okay, here's the thing. I've been giving this game a lot of shit. That's a pretty good patch. That's a pretty good first patch. I mean, what do you guys think? I'm actually curious what the chat thinks because it's more than I would have thought. Okay? Doesn't fix every problem in the game. They didn't address some of the stuff I was hoping they would address, but the patch is actually not bad. Like, we got 36 new items, better ways to get Legendary Crest. I mean, I feel like they addressed at least some of the issues we were talking about. So it was better than I thought we were going to get. I thought we were going to get the class change and then like basically nothing else. It's actually pretty good. We didn't see addressing to the dungeon. There's dungeon issues we would like to see addressed. But they actually did address the other major thing, which was the Eternal. They at least are headed in the right direction of the Eternal Legendary Crest. Okay? Like, it's not enough to piss off the whales, because, yeah, it's every 7 days instead of every 10. Yeah, you can trade them, etc. But that means there's going to be more gems for the whales to buy in the market, and they're making it better for free-to-play. I mean, it's factually better for free-to-play now. I actually like that. We have new ways of getting Eternal Legendary Crest. So, you know, boys, maybe the shitstorm was a big shitstormer in the beginning, but maybe it actually got through to them, because how many free legendaries you can get per month? Okay, so let's actually do the math on how many you can get now. So we have the Hero's Journey, which this is not repetitive. This looks like it's just one. Yo, coming in with the Prime, thank you, Ice, appreciate that. So here's the thing here. We get one from here, but let's not count that. So let's just count the events, okay? So they have an event going on this month, which is you're going to be able to do this multiple times, it sounds like. So you're going to be able to complete 20 tests, or maybe this is only a one time. I thought this one said you could do it multiple times. Let's just say it's one. So we get one from here. We get one from the New Hungarian event. We get 8 from the change here, which is 4 from the weekly warband. We get 4 from the Fading Ember. That's 8 a month. Before we get into getting the Legendary Crest from Shadow War, which is 1 a week. So that's 4 more. That should be 12. If you're more, though, it's different. I think as a Shadow, you pretty reliably, it seems like you could probably get about 12. 8 to 12 a month. It's not that bad. It's better than it was. 4 crests per month. I don't know where you got 4. I just said 8 to 12. So they added 4. Literally, they just added 4 before we even talked about the update. This update right here added 4 more into the game per month for free. Then you get 4 right here from crafting alone. Before we even talk about the other ways to get them, like Shadow War, and you can purchase them from the Hilts Trader too. So I forgot about the Hilts Trader, which is once a month. So that's 9 plus the 4 of the Shadow War. So, I mean, you should be able to get a dozen to 13, 12, 13, somewhere around that. If you're doing well. Otherwise, like 8 seems like a pretty solid minimum. That's what I've seen. I would have rather seen this change to unlimited if I'm being greedy, but I mean, we're headed in the right direction. So, Warband costs 1,600 platinum to buy a crest, so it's not counted. It's absolutely counted. 1,600 platinum is absolutely worth an Eternal Legendary Crest. You can farm platinum for free in the game. This is an option that wasn't even in the game before. So I don't know why we're going to complain about an option that's in the game to buy eternal legendary crest, considering 1,600 platinum, and you can then resell them. So at the moment, like at a minimum, you're going to get your money back on the platinum. So liking that. I like the class change update with all the new additions here. The Necromancer seems like it's got some good stuff. One of our items, we don't know what it is because they copy-pasted a Crusader item here, so we'll have to see. Well, boys. Okay, that's actually if we get a couple more of those updates, boys, we got ourselves a pretty good game on our hands. I'm going to give this one a thumb up. I've been pretty negative about a lot of stuff. I don't want to be negative right now. I like this update. I feel like this was a good update. I'm going to give it a thumbs up. There's some stuff that didn't get addressed, like the dungeon players. I think is probably the most common complaint that has not been addressed now, which is the one about it you need 4 players for a dungeon is probably the most common complaint. Other than that, I like this update. I'm going to leave it with a thumb up, and we'll say we're headed in the right direction.